Hello, Mount Olive Church family. I want to say thank you for listening in today. This is an announcement that many of you have been anticipating, and we just want to say thank you to all of you for your prayers for the leadership of Mount Olive Baptist Church during these days. And we have attempted and we are attempting to make wise decisions for both our congregation and for our community in which we live. We realize that we have a biblical responsibility to respect the authorities of the land, but most importantly, we also recognize that we have to recognize the authority of Almighty God. Within the congregation, there are numerous feelings and perspectives concerning the COVID-19 pandemic. And we ask that you please keep in mind and please keep in prayer the fact that we are making decisions that will impact our entire congregation. Now, while the governor's phase 2 plan, indoor gathering restrictions do not apply to worship, religious, and spiritual gatherings, just because we can do something does not necessarily mean that we should do something. And so we want you to know that we have chosen June the 7th as our target date for our first regathering of the congregation for indoor worship. The last several days has continued to show that cases are being reported in Brunswick County, and in fact, there is some trend to the fact that they have actually escalated. And so we are continuing to monitor these numbers, and we want to be very wise in the decisions that we make. We also need to keep in mind that whenever we do regather, that it will not be business as usual. We have a list of guidelines and principles that we'll be going by, and they will be sent out to you by email, those of you that signed up for our email listing. Also, they'll be placed on our MountOliveBaptist.net website, and then, of course, here on Facebook as well. And so you'll want to look over those guidelines and principles for our regathering process. Listen, in conclusion, it takes a willingness to serve and a respect for all to accomplish the regathering of the Mount Olive Baptist Church family. And while we desperately look forward to all of the family gathering together soon, the leadership of the church understands that some are more at risk than others, and we respect your decisions concerning your gathering or the lack thereof during this time. We do plan to continue to present the messages online, but bear in mind that they may be later than normal to provide time for the technical needs surrounding the process once we start our regathering. Listen, also keep in mind that in the midst of this process, that there are things that are going to be different, but that's okay. For instance, we won't come right back to Sunday school. We won't come right back to nursery. We won't come right back to children's church. And so some of these things are going to need to be phased in over time. But these things are addressed. I urge you to go and to look at the guidelines and principles and to begin to make yourself ready. We're also going to ask you to pre-register for that first Sunday for the 11 o'clock service. So we'll have some idea of how many people plan to be here so that we can be prepared to receive the numbers that will come that day. But you'll hear more about that in days to come. Thank you for your prayers. We look forward to the day that we can regather and that we can see your face. And we thank you so much for your patience. We love you, and we thank you again. God bless. Look forward to seeing you soon.